This is my 89 dually 3500. I'm looking to do a full restoration on, do a lot of body work. Fairly decent painter, not a professional, but I feel confident in my ability to paint. So I want to see what kind of restoration series I can create by just documenting this. And what I plan on doing is, it's a carbureted 454 big block. I want to do a bunch of body work on it, freshen up the engine, make it back, basically change it back into fuel injection. The motor's got 60,000 miles, the body's got about 130. Looks pretty good. I mean, everything's straight on it, pretty much rust free all the way around. I mean, the paint job isn't the prettiest, but that's what I do best. But I'm also around a bunch of professionals, so where else to learn how to do it best than Muscle Car Concepts? Build custom hot rods, American Muscle Cars, SEMA, Barrett-Jackson, Mecum Auction. Do it all. You dream it, we build it. Mechanically, it's there. It's got its tires. It's got a running board on this side. One of these numbers. Came loaded with tires and rims. Show you guys the inside here in a second. So as you can see, not bad. Might have been the nicer addition with the wood trim, and you know, it's got a nice wood grain look. Here's behind it. A little headliner action could be done on this. We're probably gonna have to replace that. I love the retro look on it. You feel like you're in a video game from the 80s or 90s. Everything was just boxy, and they made it look retro. Even now, it still holds that look. So I think they did a good job. I like the 80s. They're not as fast, they're not as powerful, but they're super cool. They're like really unique and interesting. So I feel like I did pretty good. I traded a GMC Sierra 2500 for this. The owner is actually the one who inspired me to do a build series on it. So what I'm about to do is take off this hood right here, and we're gonna start prepping it for primer, and then we're gonna get to block sanding. We'll probably clean up the underside, just paint that relatively just black. Not a bad look. There's a few situations. I mean, you got some, we'll see what it looks like when I take off this paint. I don't think it was painted very well. There's my evidence. You know, that's just a bad paint job right there. I don't think they really prepped it or did. Is this filler or paint? I think that's just primer. I wonder if they didn't scuff it up right in the beginning or what they did. Yep, this is the truck. Quite the interesting restoration. We're going black and we're gonna lower it. That's the end verdict. You know what's really cool is this little hat. Look at that. Oh yeah. Let's start her up. It's carbureted. 2 pumps. Little turnover. This is quite the experience. Tight spot between a bunch of nice cars. So we're gonna take off these hinge bolts right here, undo this light. Top bolts are out. We got the light off. Take the bottom bolts out. Not a one-person job at all, but what do? We're gonna find out what happens. Usually you grab the back corner so you stop it from sliding, doing too much damage. There goes my wrench. This is the hard part. I don't recommend doing it by yourself, but if you have to do it, you have to do it. There's no real good way to do this by yourself other than just do it. Okay, yep. That's exactly what I thought. Alrighty, we've got the hood off the hinges. Sometimes you're a one-man band. This right here is a major success. Got that off. So as you can see, the hood is off. There's the truck. Here's the hood. I'm gonna drive around like this for a while. I see a bunch of these bumps all throughout the hood. So it looks like it's been hail damaged, and we'll find out what else. So you can see I've decided to get a DA on it, and you can see where it was getting hit by golf ball size hail, it seems like. Look at that. We got the hood all gone. Look at the golf balls, dude. It's so cool to see how they landed on a hood like this. Took a DA with 80 grit and walked all over the hood, front to back with it. Came out pretty well. There were some high and low spots on it. Like right here, we're going to have to dent pull. Here, we're going to want to pull it just because it's a good maybe 3/8 lower than what you'd want it to be. There was a lot of paint and primer all over this thing, so took a DA and relatively just lowered the thickness to all the paint. Hello. Look at that, it follows me. That's so cool. What I'm doing right now, grab an 80 grit sandpaper, one of these numbers in there. Look at that. Is it actually following? It is. Dude, you know how cool that is? I'm getting followed by a camera. Wow, that's really cool. I really enjoy this YouTube thing. Document what you're doing and create some entertaining content. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Look at this big block sander. This is to create an even pattern system throughout the car. Hello, I am here. So, here we go. Let's get to it, eh? And we're just gonna do this for a little bit. We just wanna start to see where we're actually at before we start doing body filler, because there's going to be some high spots from the DA and some spots that are super low, so start to create the pattern effect now. This job right here, it's tedious. Block sanding, you know, you can make a lot of good money from doing paint and body work, but I'll tell you what, there's a reason you make good money. It's because nobody wants to do it, especially when you do it right. And I'm learning a lot about that here at Muscle Car Concepts. There's one way to do it, and it's the right way to do it. And you just got to surrender to the fact that we're going to do it right, and it's going to take longer. It's going to demand more patience. It will be worth it in the end. Crucial to understand. Again, it's really cool that I just got this truck today. I explained to the last owner, I said, I'm taking it to the shop and start doing body work. I think he was pretty excited about some YouTube content. You know, someone else being excited to watch me do something or watch the shop do something is exciting to make sure that it comes out very, very well. Obviously, a quality restoration is going to take some time doing one of these numbers. So what I'm seeing right now is that it's starting to even out. I'm getting a consistent lay. I can see scratches consistently all across the body. When I go to lay filler, it's going to lay really nice. Woo! Look at that. We're getting somewhere. That's a good feeling. So I'm back. It's Sunday, the next day. Spent all night thinking about the hood. It's over there. I'm about to go grab it. Realized instead of DAing, I could have taken an orange wheel and just grinded all that off back to metal so quickly. Todd Otto, the owner of Muscle Car Concepts, came by, took a look at it, and was like, oh yeah, by the way, all the green stuff in the hood, that's body filler. I thought it was primer, so, oh boy! But this content stuff is awesome. I'm enjoying this. I go back, I look at the footage, I'm like, wait a minute. Oops. I'm getting better. Wow, it follows me. That's new. Oh, caught lacking. So yeah, I'm gonna take an orange wheel and we're gonna see if this thing looks even worse with all the filler removed from it. Because if it does, that means that we got a lot of dent pulling to do, and if it doesn't, it means we can just start block sanding. So as you can see, all this is body filler. This green stuff is body filler. This red stuff is primer, or not, primer, and white is the original paint. So with all this body filler in here, I'm wondering if there's some really, really bad dents in here. Because I like how this side feels down here. It feels pretty good. I mean, savable, you know, but you just never know. Maybe there's a huge, massive dent, and you know, I don't want to put inches thick layers of Bondo on this thing. So I'd like to get it all within 1/8 of an inch before we lay any filler, and make sure the metal is in a good stage for paint and everything else. If the metal's not good, then your paint job's only going to last so long. As you can see, we're using a Mac Tools 36 grit grinder. If you take a look right here, what ended up happening is The metal looks about how you'd expect it to. It's not too misshaped, thankfully, that obviously we've talked about that need to go. I just locked in on that one. Just focused. I think someone just walked in. Who is it? No way, there she is. Look at that. Caught IRL. I decided to skip all the sanding and I just took a 36 grit wheel to it a little bit more, and I'm just gonna try to metal finish it. A little 70 Chevy. I'll show you the 502 and that son of a bitch. Oh, oh yeah. We're back in, folks. Look at this. So we got most of the grinding spots off. I'm thinking right now I'm gonna start doing a little dent pulling action. It just depends where. You know, right here I probably will. On this edge. Just wherever there's really deep divots. As you can tell, there's a pretty big difference from how the hood started and B where it's at now. I might lay one or two, like right there, that's a deep spot. I'll probably grind down there right now, and then basically I got a tack welder right here, or a tap welder. I'm not sure what these things are called. So I'm gonna be using these tools to take out all these little holes and dents. Lay it flush. Boom, there's one. So as you can see, I got a little zapper. We're doing some, basically it's like a spot weld sort of gesture. Just basically tacking these in wherever they need, and we'll start pulling dents. This thing's fun. Take this guy and get out all these little grooves. I enjoy doing this. That's why I'm here doing it. Here's a Dent Puller 3000. Yeah, dog. This should do what it should do. Nice. Success. This one's still gonna need some more. This is a good pitted spot. Better, for sure. Little high spot right there. That's interesting. So tap that down. Still a little low spot there. I'll say it again, this thing's fun to use. When I say I'm impressed, I'm impressed. This is actually better. Alrighty, so I actually did an amazing job, it seems like. I pulled all the dents that are on this side. They're less than 1/8 of an inch below or above the metal. There's no real high spots. I didn't pull too far. I mean, it's actually feeling awesome. This is the first time I've ever done kind of a project like this on my own, where I just said, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna fix all the issues, and there's no guidance, there was just me. So finding quicker and better ways to do what I do. This side's smooth, but after pulling out a few dents here, it makes me wonder if I could knock down some of the build on this. I'll probably just try to block sand it and see what's going on. I mean, you got some pretty big spots, like this could be a decent sized one, but other than that, I mean, it's been a lot of fun working on it. I'll say that. It's a Sunday, and usually my Sundays I like to just spend it doing what I enjoy doing and kind of use that as a day of rest. I feel like it's going well. You know, I'm not forcing it, it's just a smooth experience. Grind that down. You gotta be on bare metal to do this. Grab one of these pullers. Yep, that's hot. Probably should give it a second to cool. I'm not. Clippers. Boom. Finish it up. Right? It's gonna be hot because I just did a bunch of work on it in a very short amount of time. Cool it off. I'm happy with that. Boys! Ow! my goodness, this thing's just falling out. What the heck? Dude, this thing just came off. Look at that. Wow, this is gonna ride different. And that's why you always take your air hose out. All right, so as you can see, the exhaust has been cut. It came off from there. So that's what we're working with. We gotta slide it off the exhaust hanger there. And then there's a few bolts down there. And then that will be the story. So here I am, and man, this is gonna be a relatively good restoration. The frame's good, it looks clean down here. With the dually, I didn't want to lift it all the way up off the ground because I don't know how to do that with this kind of lift. It was super back heavy, so I'm just leaving it on the ground. Alrighty, so we got that off. I'm gonna show you guys the exhaust. This was the back end. Doesn't look too bad. That was the middle connector. That was pretty bad. But look at the muffler. We got a resonator. We could probably sell that for some change. But yeah, this muffler was surely done. There was not much left. And if you actually take a look, it was real rusted out all the way around. So we're going to do a startup and we're going to see how it sounds. Alrighty, start up in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Ha ha ha. Yep, that'll do. Alright, let's back this pig out, take her home. Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. That sounds so freaking good. I'm very impressed right now. That sounds... Yeah, dog. That sounds good right there. I'm pretty happy. I was telling you what, I was pretty upset taking that thing off. That was a pain in the ass. Turned out better than I thought. Sometimes you gotta be patient.